Please keep in mind that this video was recorded in June, before the whole 2026 vibration and Leo energy that's circulating now. So keep that in mind. I talk about the Leo energy, the Aquarius energy, and the number 4. You see what I'm saying? Everything that's happening. It wasn't time to post it, but now I feel it is. Peace. Normally, I start the series for the birth dates, 1 to 31, around October. But however, though, I'm going to start the series now because I didn't touch on the vibrations from 14 to 31 in the beginning of the year. And I feel like it's a great time to kind of reset, start from 1 again and kind of build it back up to 31, because it's going to be a very intense moment from now and the whole year of 2026. So I kind of want to put that picture together, if that makes sense. So I'm going to start that series. But before I begin, what I want to mention is that, remember, right now, we are in the duality of both years. For anybody that's been following my channel for X amount of years right now, I always say the same thing. I've been consistent with that and firm on it. I say that the new year always begins at the spring equinox. Jax? The new year always begins at the spring equinox. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, we're in the duality of both years. So though it's 2025, which is the year of the 9, it also is now 2026, which is the year of the 1. So with that being in mind, the year of the 1, who does it complement? It complements Leos greatly. You know what I'm saying? The year of the 9, however, though, also complemented Leos greatly too. So, so it's kind of a good look to kind of feel like Leos right now, like how it's in the 25 to 2026 energy. And it's interesting because I had a video that I did last year in 2024, and I talked about this when you're watching. You're gonna see. And I said to them, I said in the video specifically, I said, if you guys don't believe me, to test it, you're gonna realize a lot of Leos are gonna come to the forefront when 2026 comes around. I mean, when spring equinox arrives, you're just gonna start seeing something in the news about a Leo, and then hence you saw they re-brought up the case of Tory Lanez. You know what I'm saying? With Megan Thee Stallion. Tory Lanez is a Leo, and he's born to 27, which is a 9. So not only is a Leo, he's born to 27. And in that video, I actually mentioned Tory Lanez. You're probably going to hear from Tory Lanez again. So, and that's all solidified on God. But with that being said, that vibration, the year of the 1 and the year of the 9, those two vibrations right there is the duality that we're in the moment. And it's going to complement Leos. But because it's going to complement Leos, remember the polar opposite of that sign, which is Aquarius, is going to face some strong challenges and get hit with a brunt. You feel what I'm saying? So that's something in mind, but now that's something I've been talking about for years too. You could backtrack that also. So usually what happens in this, and I know a lot of Aquarius probably hearing this yeah, we're the sign of unexpectancy anyway. Stuff happen in our life that goes left anyway. Yes, that's true. But you're just going to realize it's going to be a lot more challenging. So you're going to see, for instance, somebody like J. Cole, he may go through it a bit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like with J. Cole, I feel like he might have a loss in his family, somebody that he's close with. But you already see, Megan Thee Stallion, it was at the spring equinox, everything got resurfaced, with the case with Tory Lanez, there's a footage, that she stepped on glass, and she's like, oh, am I going to be in trouble and all that stuff, right? Megan Thee Stallion is an Aquarius. You see, what's that, Kevin Gates? Kevin Gates is an Aquarius. He had a 52-day marriage. He was courtside, brought that girl out, you know what I'm saying, after talking smack about LeBron. He kind of looked crazy a little bit. That kind of has to do with that mixture, you know what I'm saying, with that energy, that Aquarius vibration. You seen, I believe one of the people that came to the trial for Diddy, what's that guy's name? I'm bad with names and rappers. But Kid Cudi, I think people was saying he got involved in that. Kid Cudi's Aquarius, but it was it made headlines though, Kid Cudi coming out of nowhere. Whether that, I don't know if that was a bad or a good thing, because I didn't really look at the case, but he is mentioned, so that will impact him in the future. How? I don't really know, you know what I'm saying? But that's just something to be mindful of. You're just gonna see the weekend. Things are gonna affect the weekend as well. The week is an Aquarius. You're just gonna hear a lot of certain Aquarius going through it. And there's other ones that did go through it. It's just that I can't think. But there was another story. It's not just Megan Thee Stallion, the Kevin Gates. Jalisa from 106 in Park. 106 in Park, is it? Or 105. I don't know. I'm lost in the sauce. That's how much I'll be listening. I said 106 in part. But I'm just saying, with Charlemagne, the guy, and DJ Envy, what's the show? The Breakfast Club. Maybe leaving, slipping. But Jaleesa is also an Aquarius, you know what I'm saying? So you kind of see, you get the drift of what I'm talking about. And these things started happening after spring equinox if you pay attention, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. But that doesn't, Aquarius are resilient though. Aquarius are resilient, they're detached, they're reserved for the most part. So they'll be fine, you know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna suffer. Where like other signs may feel like it's really rough, You see what I'm saying? But just be mindful of that. With that being in mind though, like I said, it's gonna benefit the sign Leos, the year of the one. So definitely take advantage. You're gonna see certain opportunities coming your way. Because of this is the reason why, things may work in Tory Lane's favor. And if it doesn't, it's definitely industry impacted where the powers that be are really doing their best. You know what I'm saying? But if Tory Lanez is magnified and God is on his side, he may be able to break through all of that, you know what I'm saying, and shine, all dependent on the law. So that's just something to be mindful of. With it being the year the one, that we're going to transition to 2026, keep in mind, if you want the 1st of the month, the 10th of the month, the 19th of the month, or the 28th of the month, you're also going to benefit, or you're going to realize a lot of things are going to revolve around you as well. You see what I'm saying? With this vibration. So that's something to be mindful of with the year the one when you transition. And I don't know how many people are going to reach and see this video, but whoever it's meant to see it, they'll see it, right? But that's just something else also to be mindful of. The one, if you want the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, or the 28th, you will benefit because all those vibrations are one vibrations. And you should have also benefited because of the year the 9. Because like I said, Leo's complement the year the 9 greatly because the 9, when it combines a Leo, it brings us this 19 vibration of harmony. You know what I'm saying? So even like if you see like Fat Joe was saying some reckless stuff, right, in the beginning, but like somehow he kind of smoothly transitioned back and he's back on the groove, like ain't nobody really got something to say. It's because he's a Leo and he's born the 19th, so like everything's still in grace, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, people gave Fat Joe the slap. I haven't heard anything reckless, he's still out here, right? So like, they gave him the pass and shit. So I just want to be mindful, when it's like in your favor, things will just shake off and you just keep the momentum. But this also goes for rising placements. If your rising's a Leo, or your moon's a Leo, the light path is a 1, you're gonna benefit. Now, however, this is actually something that's actually interesting because I said that the polar opposite of Leo is Aquarius. They're gonna get affected, but in one aspect too, though. Now that I'm thinking about recalculating it, we're talking in real time. In a way, if the Aquarius is righteous and they're just doing what they gotta do, they actually can flow and actually have a great year too, and can actually capitalize financially. Because the year the 1 falls in the physical plane, and the number 4 falls within the physical plane as well, and 7. So if you're born the 4th of the month, or the 13th, the 22nd, or 31st, the 4 vibrations, you'll also benefit from this one vibration. You know what I'm saying? So in a way, Aquarius could still kind of like save face if they just do what they have to do righteously and just stay disciplined and on point within the physical plane. So the 1, 4, 7s all go together. So the 4 vibrations, you guys are also gonna benefit for the year the 1. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta be planted. Same thing goes with 7 vibrations like myself. People on the 16th to 7/25th, you're gonna benefit with the year 1 also because 1, 4, 7 all form that plane. So because of that too, you're also gonna see in social media these particular vibrations get influence as well, 4s and 7s, the Kai Sanat's a 16, but that's a whole other story. That's Kai Sanat and I Speed. We're gonna touch on that one. That's a very special video I gotta make for that. But that's just something to be mindful of. There's a lot of information, it's pretty deep. I feel like I'm talking a lot, and I don't like to talk like that. You guys could tell. Not really. I'm trying to think like it was just something else that. There's definitely a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about, but I kind of just wanted to give you guys an understanding of right now what we're going through. Because a lot of the stuff I talked about, I kind of said in December, because a lot of the predictions did come to forefront. And I'm like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Even like, I remember I did the prediction where I said like the disease stuff. I said, be careful, disease is gonna be very rampant for 2025. And all of a sudden I started seeing a whole bunch of feeds. I even seen there was a scare that Sexy Red had something and she gave it to Boozy, Lil Drake, and that was actually something after I had made that prediction. And the reason I was able to see it is because, remember, we were dealing with the year to nine. The year to nine, we're still in 2025, you know what I'm saying? The year to nine, it deals with sex. It deals with passion, right? Because it's associated with two signs, Aries and Scorpios. Aries are very passionate, right? It could be very sexual, you know, it could be very intense. Scorpios too. And that's how I was able to see it. But at the same time, too, remember, Scorpios rule the sexual region. Like their region, like every sign has a body part that they dominate. Scorpio's the sex. That's the sex region, the organs, those sexual organs. So because of that, I had already seen like that. I already seen God was telling me, like, oh shoot, because of how humanity is, we're spiraling downwards. This would be the year people are gonna catch a whole bunch of diseases because of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, crazy, right? But I foresaw that, and then boom, that rumor came out. Sexy Red and Sexy Red's in Aries, so it's just funny. So, and there has been a lot of stories. A lot. I saw a story of this. I just saw a story on my feed that popped up. I don't know, for no reason. It just popped up. And it was a feed about, it was like a HIV party that was being thrown in Atlanta. Yeah, some wild stuff. Like it was like everybody was in the know of it, and they just have a party like that. Sounded crazy to me, but I called it, so it makes sense, right? But that's just something to be mindful of. And you know, the year to nine, you know, you're doing war energy, right? That Mars energy, nine energy. So you see the violence increasing all throughout the world, getting a lot more intense as well. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I lost track of what I really was trying to say with the point, but I made my points. You know exactly what I was trying to talk about in this video. But be prepared. I'm gonna start the videos from 1 to 31. You know, I'm gonna give a glimpse of what you guys are going through at the moment, what you're feeling, stuff like that, and what to prepare for as you transition, you know, moving forward and all of 2026. All right, now, so next, peace, Junus.